Ooh, chairman of the board at CTC, meeting with the CEO of Autonation, Mr. Manley himself. Seems Mr. Manley's not too happy. And Autonation could make or break Stellantis in the next 2 weeks. Now we know why they're having a board meeting in Detroit and why there's an executive shakeup. Because if it's not done, Autonation could bankrupt Stellantis. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And in today's video, it seems that the CEO over at Autonation linked up and had several conversations with John Elkann, the chairman of the board at Ferrari and at Stellantis. Now, what would they talk about? Well, I think part of it has to do with the CEO of Autonation going, hey, we are losing money hand over fist because you can't put out vehicles that consumers want. Now, it's interesting because the CEO of Autonation does come from Stellantis. And it's very interesting to me to see this kind of talk. This would be something that Carlos Tavares should be handling. But it could be that John Elkann has already wrested, just pulled that power away from him and is making these kind of decisions himself until they get the next CEO into position. What I find most interesting here, though, is right after this meeting, the next day, like within 18 hours of the conclusion of those meetings, they announced that they're going to have a board meeting in Detroit. And there's going to be an executive shakeup. I wonder why that is. Why do you think? Well, let me tell you why that is. Autonation is one of the United States' largest dealer networks. Now, we've heard the rumblings before, and I've got this from Autonation, not from Stellantis. I get this from Autonation directly. Autonation called Stellantis' bluff a little while back and said, we will terminate franchise agreements in states and make you buy back this inventory. What would that do for Stellantis? Well, at a few dealerships, it would hurt. It would definitely hurt earnings for the quarter, but what if they completely pulled out? What if they completely pulled out? Now, that would be interesting. Now, I don't know if Autonation uses any of the floor plan stuff from Stellantis or if they have their own. I know, Lithia does their own thing, and, Penske has some of their own stuff. So I don't know what Autonation does, at least on that side of the money side, when it comes to how much it costs for them to hold these vehicles. But it's very interesting to see that it's got so bad that you've had your chairman of the board fly all the way to the CTC. Now, when I heard that the chairman was here coming to CTC, I was like, why would they be going to CTC? Are they selling the building finally? We've heard they're closing it, they're going to get rid of it, and we heard all the stuff with BYD in the past, and I'm like, why is he coming here now? And then when it comes out that Manley's there from Autonation, boy, what a surprise. What a surprise. Well, I think they're tired of losing money. And here's what happens when your largest auto group says, do this, meaning you got to replace these people. You got to get rid of these CEOs. You got to get rid of these upper management dumbasses. And you got to get rid of these finance people, all this other crap. Or we're terminating our franchise agreement with Stellantis. And you can take all of this crap and buy it back. Effectively, it would be, I don't know if that move would bankrupt them, but I know it would eat up any amount of cash that they had remaining, and they would definitely have to get loans to be able to buy that back, which would instantly put them into debt. It could bankrupt them. It could, but I'm trying to be factual here. I don't know on their balance sheet if it would completely bankrupt them, but anytime you have to buy back billions with a B in inventory, you get the company's attention. A lot of these dealerships that Autonation has are in states that would require Stellantis to buy them back. We've heard this before. You saw the lawsuit and the story out in North Carolina. And I think it's one of the main reasons why we have the executive at Autonation meeting with the chairman of Stellantis at CTC. What comes of it? I think we've already seen that. That's going to be the change of the executive structure. I think Carlos Tavares is out of here before the end of this year. I think it happens before the holidays. I think they institute Tim Kuniskis, pump the crap out of this stock. Tim Kuniskis is probably going to put in some of his own people at Chrysler and Jeep, and I think in very short order, you're going to see Tim Kuniskis come out and immediately say products that they're going to bring out for Chrysler. It's definitely going to be a very interesting few weeks. I can say that for sure. I'd love to know what you guys think, though. Do you think Autonation is holding Stellantis over a barrel? I do. I think they're tired of losing as a dealer group, and I think they have a massive amount of leverage. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.